It was February 2nd, 2023, and I remember it was the first day of high school. At least for me, because I was doing online learning, right? My parents finally let me, after years of convincing them to let me go to school in person, they finally let me. Because the entirety of grade 9, I was learning online, and the first half of grade 10. So it was the second half of grade 10 that I could finally go in school. I remember being all excited, getting ready, putting out all the stuff in my backpack, putting on my clothes, and heading to school. Now I go to school. It's my very first day, right? So I try to find the guidance office where they're gonna give me my lock and my lock code and like tell me about the school, welcome me. I walk around the school for a little bit, finally find it. And I meet my guidance counselor. She says, welcome. She gives me my lock, the lock code, and assigns a person with me to give a tour of the school, because I was new, right? So the person sees my schedule, they show me my classrooms, which period am I going to go to which room, right? Shows me a little bit around the school, shows my locker, shows me my code, right? And right before first period starts at 9 o'clock, I can't put my backpack in my locker. I don't know how to lock my locker, right? It's pretty funny. So I bring my backpack into my classroom. I was one of the only people who did that. My French teacher looks at me and says, you gotta put that in your locker. And I was like, hey, this is my first day. I don't really know this school much and I don't know how to lock my lock. So she says, it's okay, but only for today. So I was like, okay. So then we have our French class. It was pretty simple. It was just the first day, right? Like, nobody really like expected anything big. So then I go to period two. Period two, I remember that teacher. He's a good teacher. It's computer science. Period went by pretty quick. Learned a little bit about coding on that day. And then there's lunch. When it's lunch, I just sit in front of my locker, eating my lunch alone, because I don't really know anybody in the school, right? So yeah, I'm eating my lunch alone. Don't really mind it, to be honest. And as lunch goes by, I go to period 3. Period 3, I had civics. That was the course, right? Now I remember that course. I remember a teacher who taught me that course. He was the best teacher I've ever had. The best teacher ever. I'll tell you why in like later videos. But yeah, he's someone to remember for me. We have that class. Again, pretty basic and boring, right? But the next class, that was something, bro. It's period 4, it's English. Our English teacher makes us say our name and one fact about ourselves. So everyone goes before me, because I was sitting at the back of the class, right? Everyone goes before me, and when it's my turn, I say, hey, my name's Ryan. And the fact that I said about myself, oh boy, I shouldn't have said that in school, bro. I said, I like this person. And boy, did I get clowned on. As soon as I said it, the whole class just sort of erupted, basically. It was bad, bro. It was bad. Even the teacher was mad at me. Yeah. So then 4th period's over. And I go home from school. And yeah, I felt so exhausted, bro, after the first day. Because it's literally like a week ago I was in my bed with my laptop doing my work, right? And that was for like a good 3 years. Later years of elementary school and the early years of high school. And now all of a sudden I'm in a whole new building with 800 new people. So yeah, I had a big headache that day. My head hurt a lot. So I just slept on my bed, bro. I just put my head in my bed and just slept. Because I was not in it, bro. So then comes day 2. I go to school, and yeah, I have my first period class, I have my second period class, I have my lunch alone. And third period class, I'm hearing like a few people talking. So I decided to talk to them, right? Because they weren't going to talk to me. I had to talk to them. I was new, right? I had to make the initiative to talk to them. Otherwise, I would have no friends at all, right? So I talked to this one guy who eventually became my best friend in high school. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And yeah, so we were talking just about random stuff, like soccer and just some other stuff, right? And then, yeah, the day ended. Period 4 wasn't that great. I was a little less exhausted, felt more in the routine. The next few weeks, I felt better. I felt a little more comfortable. I still was a little confused where the washrooms were, because they were like hidden in a corner or something, bro. Like, it took me a while to figure out where the washrooms were. And I was able to know how to lock my locker, so that was good. And I was sort of becoming more used to the high school routine, right? Now, what came later was not that great. Because I was new and like I wanted people to know me and I wanted to have some attention, right? I started doing things or doing something that made me get made fun of a lot. And that was me doing push-ups. Something as little as push-ups got me clowned on, yeah. Because I used to do them like all the time, everywhere, just randomly, in the class, in the auditorium, and at the start of an assembly, like, bro. Yeah, it was not that great, bro. Cause like, I don't know, I just wanted to make my presence feel known, right? And I wasn't scared, I wasn't brave, I was like, who cares, bro? I'm gonna do it. And the worst part of that was my friends encouraged me to do it. I was encouraged to do stuff that made me look like an idiot without me knowing that I was looking like an idiot. It took me a long time to realize that that was not a good idea and I shouldn't have done that. And the worst part is that I had got in trouble from the principal. The principal had to talk to me one day because I was doing push-ups in a different classroom. Hey, I just went to a different classroom where some of my friends were started doing push-ups because they told me to do so. So I got in trouble for that because I was out of my class to go into someone else's class, right? The principal talked to me and yeah, I think it was since that they were like, I didn't do push-ups for a while, like, especially not in like someone else's classroom, bro. Like I avoided doing push-ups in school for a good amount of time, bro. Like, it was bad, bro. I was getting made fun of, bro. So I also smelled quite a bit, and people made fun of me for that without me knowing. Like, I didn't know I smelled bad, bro. I did not know I smelled bad. Right? And to top all of that off, I did have a heartbreak, but yeah, it was whatever. But I feel like that was like the perfect storm for me to go into the summer of grade 10. where I could just grind and focus on improving and becoming the best version of myself, right? And that's pretty much what happened. As soon as the summer of grade 10 started, I hit the gym. I did a lot of reflection on what happened last year. And I got advice from some of my peers who I could trust, right? So with all those three combined, and looking and knowing how to look and smell good, right? I did a bit of grooming too. So I come back in grade 11 and people go crazy. Like, not crazy, but like people notice a big change in me, right? Like, they see the little glow up that I have, and because of that, they start to respect me a little more. They start to appreciate me a little more. And I remember on that first day, someone says to me, "Hey, Ron, go do some push-ups, man." You know what I said to him? "No, I'm not gonna do that. No." They say, "Why?" I said, "Just because I don't want to." That boosted my respect a lot. Because they knew that I wasn't an idiot anymore. That I wasn't a clown anymore. Yeah, I was called a clown. I was called a clown, bro. Yeah. And I wasn't that anymore. So yeah, grade 11 went by pretty decent. Yeah. The thing was for me that I transformed mentally and physically. So it was a good year for me. And grade 12 was, I guess, a better year because it was just a continuation of that. Like, I bulked up pretty decently. Then I started my cut. I had to stop my cut at almost the end of it, which was a little sad. But something unfortunate happened, which I'll share in a later video. And just like that, grade 12 ended, bro. And I graduated. Yeah, we did that whole put your cap on your head and then throw it up in the air thing. That was probably the best part of graduation, bro. Like, that little part. Because the ceremony was so boring, bro. Like 3 hours, I was just sitting, just clapping, bro. I got bored, bro. Yeah. But that was the best part. Apart from hugging and saying bye to some people. I want to end this video off with saying that I just graduated, and high school is just a phase, bro. It's just a little phase in your life. High school is just 4 years of your life, bro. And on average, we live for 80 years. At least in the country where I live, Canada. We live for 80 years. And high school is just 4 years of it. High school is just a small portion of your whole life, bro. If it's going good for you, great. Enjoy it. Enjoy those times, bro. Enjoy them and appreciate them and be grateful for them before you go into the real world. And if high school is not great for you, bro, it's not going good, don't worry about it, bro. It's gonna end pretty soon. It's gonna go by like this, bro. It's just like that. You got your whole life ahead of you, bro. Alright? Okay, bro. I want you to take care of yourself. And remember, high school is just a phase.